Hello, I'm Austin, and I'm going to be discussing some Earthbound trivia. I've just finished the game, and it's now my favorite game next to Super Smash Bros. Brawl and 4. I'm going to do more videos like this later, where I talk about interesting facts about Earthbound. So now, let's get down to some Earthbound facts. Did you know number 1? Earthbound, or Mother 2 in Japan, originally took 5 years to develop. The name was inspired by a song of the same name by John Lennon. Lyrics of the song connected to his experience of growing up without a father. It also reflects to the game's more feminine side, like when a player becomes unconscious instead of died. Also, Nintendo and Ness's mother was around during their adventure, at home of course, while her father was nowhere to be seen.
Welcome to my world!
He wasn't really a big part of the game, unless, you call him over the phone, he gave you money. Cha-ching. Did you know number 2? There were quite a few changes in the sprite art while switching from Japan to the US. For instance, the Runaway 5 originally had all black suits. This was changed in Earthbound to distance any relationship to the Blues Brothers. The Insane Cultist had an HH on its mask. In America, the HH is gone and a Santa Poof ball was added to the tip of the hat, so they aren't related in any way to the Ku Klux Klan, but I still can't see past the resemblance. In Earthbound, Ness is wearing his pajamas in Magison's. In Mother 2, he's wearing only his cap. Let's move on to the next one. One of the more noticeable differences comes from the iron pencil. In Japan, the iron pencil was instead an iron octopus. During an interview, Sugitashi Itohoi revealed that when the player doesn't know what to do, it's as if an octopus is blocking the way. The iron eraser was a doll. This is because the word for doll is kokeshi and the word for eraser is keshi. So the eraser in Japan is called the kokeshi keshi. Fun, right? Did you know number 3? Mother 2 ripped off a numerous amount of songs by Western artists. The first example of this comes from the song Battle Against a Weak Opponent. It sounds an awful lot like Tequila by the Champs. The trumpet player standing by the ocean on it played a song that sounds exactly like Symphony No. 9, Movement 2, composed by Anton Dvorak. The unique music that plays while battling Frank, or a New Age retro hippie, comes from the opening of Chuck Berry's song, Johnny Be Good. In Moonside and Jackie's Cafe, it's possible to make out the American National Anthem. There are a whole bunch of other songs, but I'm not going to list them all. In fact, here's a list of just some of them. Did you know number 4? Shigesato Itoi personally wrote every line of dialogue for Earthbound, except for Moonside. Since he didn't know how computers worked yet, he amazingly spoke out each word letter by letter as someone else typed it out. It would then be read aloud to see whether the line was good or not. I guess for comedy and stuff like that. Or just simply making sense. Moving on. Did you know number 5? The Mr. Saturns were based off of Kurt Vonnegut's Tralfamadorians, which are weird, ugly, hand-like eye things. The original Japanese font of the Mr. Saturns is based off of Itoi's young daughter's handwriting at the time. According to Mr. Itoi, the Mr. Saturn race is the symbol for innocence in the game of Earthbound. Isn't that great? But I just can't imagine what they'd look like in real life. That's basically it for number 5. Now moving on to... Did you know number 6? When Itoi proposed the idea of Mother to Shigeru Miyamoto, Itoi supposedly cried to his reaction, and not in a good way. In the year 2008, which is very late to post this blog considering that Mother came out in, the 90s, Itoi proposed the following on his blog. In my mind, I hope Mr. Miyamoto, who I was meeting for the very first time, would read it and say, "Wow, this is great." But instead, after reading it, he said in an almost natural manner, I see. We need to put this in game form first. We can tell for sure if this will be fun or not once it's in game form." Now that I look back, after all this time, his reply seems like the only natural, logical answer possible. And he was right to make it a game. It's a great series. Did you know number 7? Mother 2 had a ton of issues while coming to America, mostly due to things that refer to religion, abuse, or more adult matters. One example I found comes from the scene where Ness brings the Minch brothers home. In Mother 2, it sounds like Aloysius Minch is beating them. In Earthbound, they changed it so it sounds like he's yelling at them. In Foreside, it says cafe above Jackie's Cafe, and they say they sell espresso and the kids shouldn't have any. This is because in Mother 2, it says bar rather than cafe, so what the kids really shouldn't be doing is underage drinking. Also, a lot of stores in Mother 2 say drug, while in Earthbound, they say shop. There are most likely many more events that had to be changed while coming to America, probably enough to have their own video. Did you know number 8? Most people believe Eagleland, or the world of Earthbound, is set in America, but the game is actually supposed to be set in an international environment, with the regions of Eagleland, Foggyland, and Como. If you look at this map, it's actually pretty obvious. Did you know number 9? Mother 3 was the original sequel to Earthbound. If everything went according to plan, Mother 3 would be replaced by Earthbound 64 for the Nintendo 64, obviously. This game suffered many glitches and missed many deadlines and was eventually cancelled. Earthbound 64 and Mother 3 still have the same plot though. Fun fact, if the game was completed, Lucas would have replaced Ness in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Now we have Earthbound Beginnings, Earthbound, and Mother 3. Not a lot of games, but it's fun to imagine what Earthbound 64 might have been like. Did you know number 10? The Hall of Memories in the Empire Porky building in Mother 3 hinted towards the end of the Mother series. The last known update for the Mother series was Earthbound for the Wii U Virtual Console, released on July 18th of 2013. That same year, Shigesato Itoi described the prospect of Mother 4 as impossible. In an interview with Nintendo President Satoru Iwata, Shigesato Itoi announced that he was finished with the Mother series and was happy with the 3 games the way they are now. That still doesn't stop fans from dreaming. Thanks for watching today's video. I haven't uploaded anything in a while, and I thought it was about time. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you during my next video. Austin, signing out. Boop.